Good evening. Nice to see you.
How are you?
Perfectly fine. Thank you for asking. I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, of course.
Great. Awesome. So, I hope you had a good day.
Yeah, of course.
Awesome. Great.
And how
So,
was yours?
my day was pretty hectic actually. I didn't plan the day properly, so there were a lot of things that piled up in the last moment, but it's
Okay.
okay. I managed, not a problem. So, yeah. And I think yesterday I had a task for you. So, are you ready with that today, or do you need more time?
Yeah, of course, of course. Though I didn't get time, but of course, I have an idea, an overview of this because I keep teaching, so sometimes it comes in between the course, like the figure of speech. So we were talking about oxymoron, and it is a figure of speech which uh, express uh, the idea that are contradictory. For example, uh, this is a dead end. The moment we say dead end, if it can be dead or either it is end, but we use both of them together, which is
Hmm.
contradictory in itself. Or we say only choice. So whenever we say only choice, only is something for which can be used for one thing, but
Yeah.
choice is a word that can be used for two things. Unless you have two things, there can't
Hmm.
be a choice. So you can make a choice only if two or more things are available, but we
Yeah.
say only choice. This is the only choice that I have. So
Mm-hmm.
in that way we are using the oxymoron, the figure of speech. And oxymoron is itself an oxymoron, like the meaning says. The way it has been taken from the Greek words, the
Mm-hmm.
oxy, that is sharp, and
Mm-hmm.
moron is dull. So sharp cannot be dull,
Hmm.
and but we use both of them together. Another such word is bittersweet. We
Yeah.
say bittersweet, but in fact it is an oxymoron as well, because something which is bitter can't be sweet.
Hmm. Very good. Any sorry, any other examples?
Uh, like false truth and
Hmm.
minor
Yeah,
minor
that's true.
crisis. Yeah,
Minor
sometimes
crisis.
we say
Hmm.
we were able to save ourselves because it was a minor crisis. So
Hmm.
the moment you say minor crisis, it is an oxymoron, because if it was a crisis, it can't be minor. Crisis in itself is a situation which
Hmm.
is a blunder in itself, which
Mm-hmm.
from where coming out is really difficult. So if it is a crisis, it can't be minor.
Okay. Perfectly good. Very good. Okay. You did a great job. You did awfully good.
Okay, awfully good. Another one.
Yes, another oxymoron, like awfully
Yeah,
good. So this
right.
is one concept that I always used to find so fascinating in English. It always makes me laugh, these oxymorons, and you explained it really well, and that too, I think within 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, 2, 3 minutes. So did a great job. Nice, very nice.
And another thing that I would like to share,
Yes,
as a
please.
kid, as a student, I
Hmm.
always had a problem in understanding the two
Hmm.
figure of speech that is
Hmm.
pretty common, that is
Hmm.
taught even in state boards. Like
Hmm.
I clearly remember that I was
Hmm.
aware with only two of these,
Hmm.
metaphor and simile.
Hmm.
But other figure of speech I came to know only when I started teaching. So somehow I came to know that okay, these are the figure of speech that is taught in CBSE board.
Yeah. I completely identify with that feeling because even since I also studied in the state board, a lot of data is omitted from our syllabus, right? But as we grow
Yeah,
older, we understand like it's vast. This figure of speech, especially things like a hyperbole. What is a
yeah,
hyperbole?
another one, hyperbole.
Yeah.
I remember that this hyperbole that has been introduced to me by you only on the last app, and we were
It,
talking about like I'm so hungry I could eat a horse,
yeah.
and another I can't recall all of them, but yeah, they
Yeah.
it's like something exaggeration when we are comparing something, we are exaggerating the thing like this is
Hmm.
the best book that have ever written.
Hmm.
It is also an hyperbole.
Hmm. Yes, you are 1000% right. So,
Of course, another one.
another
Yes.
hyperbole. Yes. So there was a video of Alia Bhatt on social media where
Okay.
she said something on similar lines, like, 1000% right, and the comment section went crazy. They were like, "Oh, she doesn't know math, she doesn't know this and that." So there was one person, one very sensible person who commented, "She
Yeah.
learned a bit of speech. It's about hyperbole." So yeah, there's so much to learn
Yeah.
on
Even
this.
200%.
Yeah.
Anything above 100 is
Yeah, it's an
an hyperbole.
exaggeration, right?
Yeah.
Percent is out of 100 only. So if you're saying 1,200, logically it is not correct. It's just an exaggerated version of the truth. That's it. Correct. Yeah.
But of course, on this as well, somebody can argue. For example, in some situation, when we say it
Hmm.
becomes a real speech, for example, in
Hmm.
business, when we say he has
Hmm.
a margin of 400%,
Hmm.
so his business is doing good because he earns 400%. So it
Yeah.
simply means that if he is buying or his cost is 100,
Hmm.
his income is 500. So here it is not exaggeration, it is in
Hmm.
exact terms. His profit is 400% or his
Hmm.
income is 500. So
Hmm.
yeah, we can say that, but of course, in general term, it is an hyperbole.
Hmm. Right. Absolutely. So now there is another figure of speech. There are two things. One is an oxymoron and another is a paradox. So do you know the difference between the two?
Uh, Paradox.
Yes.
I I I can't recollect it.
Okay, no problem. So, oxymoron is when you are using contradictory words, like, awfully good and the things that you told. A paradox is where you are talking about two contradictory ideas. Okay.
Okay,
For example, I'll say this is the beginning of the end.
okay,
Okay. This is the beginning of the end, right?
right.
So now you're using contradictory ideas. Okay. You're going to finish
Yeah,
something, but that also requires a process, and you're starting that elimination process. So starting, ending together. So this is one is an oxymoron, contradictory words, paradox, contradictory ideas. That's about it.
yeah.
Yeah. Great. Awesome. And yeah, that's about it. Do you want to add anything to this, or do you have anything else to share? Please go for it.
No, we can move on.
All right. So, yes, these were the concepts that I wanted to discuss with you. So, now let's move on to the conversation part. A very interesting topic at hand, smartphones, right? So, do you
Yeah.
think that smartphones are making us smart or dumb or something in between?
It depends upon the uses. I always use this phrase or word that, of course, no matter what we are using, it always depends upon the user, how well they are able to extract the things or the benefits out of something, whether it is a thing or an idea. So it has its advantages and disadvantages, but we have to take it in a positive way and we have to use it in such a way that we can extract most of it. And when we say when we think about smartphone, I would like to give an example of two different people. For example, uh, one side there is a teenager, another side a businessman who is trying to grow his business online. So he is taking the benefit of the smartphone and networking internet. On the other hand, a teenager who is busy all time playing video games, PUBG or whatever it is, he is just wasting his time, effort, and everything, because the time he is wasting is the precious time. So one is taking the best of the advantages of the smartphone or the internet. On the other side, the teenager is not able to use it up to the mark. He is only using it in a way which expresses the disadvantage of the something, to some extent, which is not true as well, because it is always about the user. He
Mm-hmm.
is unable. So we shall not say that it is the disadvantage of a smartphone. Even if a smartphone was not there, he would have something else to waste his time instead of utilizing his time to the best of whatever opportunity he has.
Beautiful, very well, absolutely right. Nothing is good or bad in itself, depends on how we use it. So,
Of course,
wonderful, Raj. Beautiful answer. I think this concept that you just discussed can be applied for a lot of different things. Money. A lot of people, say things like money is evil, money is the root of all evil. Not necessarily. There are a lot of people doing charity with the same money. So, you can't call that evil, right?
of course.
Great. Awesome.
Like
So,
another example that I recalled, I
mm-hmm.
would like to share this.
Yes,
So,
please.
a time my brother used to say that
Hmm.
somebody can say that mobile is not good.
Hmm.
Why? Because a person, while crossing the road, was
Hmm.
talking on phone and
Hmm.
he got hit by a car. So he made with an accident and he died.
Oh my
So
God.
if you are saying like this, it
Yeah.
is not the fault of mobile, but of course the fault of that person
Right.
who was
Hmm.
talking on phone. So you
Right.
can't say like this. So this was his point, and
Hmm.
actually it didn't happen. He was just explaining that if somebody is giving such example
Yeah.
to make a bad statement about mobile, then he is fool, because mobile is useful for us. Not, it is not a bane. In some way or other, it is definitely a boon for all of
Hmm.
us.
Right. 100%. So I got shocked. I thought it's a real example, but you told me that it's a fictional one, so it's okay.
Of course.
Okay, cool, great. And okay, what are some things for which you use your smartphone? Of course, we use it for calling and messaging. These are the two most basic functions. Other than this, is there anything else that you rely on your mobile phones for? Please tell me.
If I talk about me, I mean,
Hmm.
the moment I started using mobile phone, a
Hmm.
smartphone, my
Hmm.
first was in 2018, and
Hmm.
first few years I was all busy in entertainment purposes, all busy for entertainment purposes,
Hmm.
watching movies, listening to songs, watching
Hmm.
cricket matches, uh, highlights on YouTube, and other things. But the moment I started working on my English, I
Yeah.
have used it in a way that
Hmm.
of sources. Like there are different sources available related to English or English material, English content on
Hmm.
different apps and different platforms. So I
Right.
have been using for all these purposes only. So these are the two things that I have been doing till now.
Okay.
And if we say like we can use it for anything,
Hmm.
because so many things are available online these days, and the
Hmm.
way I improved myself using these apps,
Hmm.
or the last course that I completed, I could
Hmm.
have never thought of doing all this. So of course these are the uses that we can do.
Okay, perfect. Very nice. So, can you remember the moment when you got your first smartphone? We all have made a transition from those old, outdated mobile phones to the smartphones that we have now, right? So, do you remember that particular moment when you got yours, the first one?
Yeah, of course, I explained to you in the last question. It was in 2018, and to be exact, it was on 23rd of March.
You remember the date as well? I mean, I wanted, yeah, okay. You remember the date as well? How come? Is that so special?
Of course, because that day
Yeah.
uh, someone got married. So I remember that day.
Okay. I'm not gonna delve into that. So, okay, good. You have
Okay.
great memory, I
Uh,
must say. Okay,
okay. Okay.
right then. So, what do you think is going to be the future of smartphones? We already have so many benefits. It's made our life so convenient, and in a way, we've become lazy. So, what other innovations are you looking forward to?
Uh, this is
Are,
really a tough question for me because I never think about all such things, and I'm
mm,
not tech savvy as well. So
mm,
I'm not interested. For example, like you said, I mean, I would like to share another example with you.
yes.
Only today, I had to ask somebody that
Mm,
I wanted to connect with someone. I had
mm,
no idea how to connect with him. So I
right.
asked that in the chat box. They shared me a link. So
They shared a
I
link
just
with
went.
you.
They shared a link with me,
Mm,
a link of email. So
okay.
I just clicked on that and
Okay.
I sent a text thrice. I after sending, I was looking at my inbox and
Uh-huh.
searching where is the text that I have sent. And then I realized that I will have to go in the sent box. And then
Mm,
I found that I have sent it thrice instead of one time. So I had to delete. So what I'm trying to say is,
mm,
even now I get confused in these simple things, in doing
mm,
these simple things. So I
mm,
cannot think of any
mm.
such thing which can be, I mean, which can be what we say.
You can say
I mean,
that there's nothing that you're looking forward to in particular.
yeah. I mean, I was trying to say that the services that are offered to us or the kind of facilities we have.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't I cannot consider what else can be added. Whatever
Hmm.
we are enjoying, what else can be added to it? I
Hmm.
cannot think of about all those things.
No worries. I get it. Even if somebody had asked me what innovations are you looking forward to in a mobile phone, I would seriously run out of ideas because I feel the services that we have today, that's remarkable. So I don't know what else is going to come next. I can't even imagine. It's beyond my
Yeah,
imagination.
look, I was searching for this word services, or
Oh,
I was
oh,
unable to get.
no, but your meaning was clear. Even though you were not able to
Yeah,
get that particular word, you were able to turn it around and explain the idea.
yeah,
So that is what matters, right? Nobody is going to feel like, okay, Raj did not use that word. Nobody is going to think
yeah,
like
of
that.
course. But it happens that I get stuck. Okay, I was trying to use that word. What else? So first I get stuck and then come with some substitution. But my
Hmm.
mind is still stuck at that word. Okay, and the moment you used, it gave me the instruction that okay, this was the word that I was
Hmm.
looking for at that point of
Okay, lovely. Good. Good that the confusion is clear because I know this feeling when you want to know when you want to remember a particular word, and if you don't remember it, I know it kind of keeps bothering you somewhere in the back of your mind. There's no
time.
peace
Right.
until you get that
Yeah,
peace.
of course.
Yeah, I have also been in these kind of situations so many times. More than words, I think it is questions. Sometimes I really want to ask people certain questions, but suddenly it just vanishes from my mind, suddenly out of the blue. And I'm like, oh God, why did this
Okay.
happen? So it's a common problem. Okay, when
Of
learners ask
course.
me, I forget words in between, I forget ideas. I'm like, it happens to everyone. It happens to
Of course,
everybody.
it is a general phenomena.
Yeah, it's a general concern. Absolutely. Right. And okay, that brings us to the end of today's session and you did exceptionally well. I don't think I have any corrections for you today as compared to the last few sessions. You did remarkably well. Good job. Pat yourself on the back. I look forward to meeting you. All right. So
Of course.
Take care, Raj. Have a
So
great
take
evening. Yeah,
care. Have a nice time. See you
thank you.
tomorrow. Bye.
Bye bye.